Okay, so you know Valentine's Day, right? All the cards, the candy, the red hearts. But have you ever really thought about where it all came from? Well, buckle up because we're about to go on a little time travel adventure. And trust me, the true story is a little bit weird and a whole lot cooler than you might think.
All right, let's just jump right into it. The Valentine's Day we celebrate today is completely different from how it started, like a world away. We're talking ancient Rome here. So instead of love notes, think wild festivals to celebrate spring. And get this, even animal sacrifices. Yeah, totally different. So this story really kicks off with this giant Roman party called Lupercalia. Now, this had nothing to do with romantic love. Nope. It was basically a huge festival for the whole community to celebrate that spring was finally on its way. Everyone was just hoping for good health and a great year. But then, things started to shift. As a new religion, Christianity, got more popular, the church leaders thought that Lupercalia festival was just a little too wild. So they had an idea. Let's create a new Christian holiday to take its place. They even kept the same date, but they gave it a completely new meaning. This new holiday needed a hero, right? A name. And they named it after this super mysterious and really, really brave person, Saint Valentine. But who was he? For real? Okay, now this is where the story gets good.
The legend of Saint Valentine is honestly like an adventure story. See, there was this Roman emperor, Claudius II, who made a really unfair rule. No young soldiers could get married. He thought it made them better fighters. But a brave priest named Valentine thought that was just wrong. So in secret, he married couples who were in love anyway. Well, the emperor found out, and poor Valentine was thrown in prison.
And this is the most famous part of the whole story. The legend says that right before he died, Valentine sent one last note. And at the very bottom, he signed it with those three famous words, "From your Valentine." How cool is that? It's the same phrase we still write on our cards today. So, that's it, right? The holiday about love was born. Well, not exactly. And this is the crazy part. For hundreds and hundreds of years after St. Valentine, February 14th was just a quiet day to remember him. There were no cards, no flowers, no romance, nothing. So how did it become about love? Well, you can thank a famous English poet for that. Centuries later, a guy named Geoffrey Chaucer wrote a poem, and in it, he connected Valentine's Day with birds choosing their mates for the year. And for some reason, people just loved that idea. It totally took off and changed everything. You can really see the whole journey on this timeline. It started as just a day for a saint. Then it turned into a day for poetry. After that, people started writing their own little handmade notes. And finally, we got to the printed cards we all know today. What a long trip. And you know what helped spread the idea of Valentine's Day all over the world? Simple pictures. The heart, well, that was easy. It stood for big emotions. Flowers were a beautiful way to show you appreciated someone. And Cupid, the little Roman god of love with the bow and arrow, he basically became the holiday's official mascot. At first, if you wanted to send a Valentine, you had to write the poem and decorate the card all by yourself. But then, a fantastic invention came along, the printing press. All of a sudden, cards could be made super fast and they weren't expensive, which made it easy for everybody to buy and send them. And just look at where we are now. Valentine's Day isn't just for couples anymore, is it? We give cards to our friends, our family, even our teachers. The holiday has really grown to be about celebrating all the important people in our lives. So when you really think about it, this one holiday has been on an incredible journey for almost 2,000 years. It started as a Roman festival, became the story of a brave priest, then a day for poems, and now it's a worldwide celebration for all kinds of affection. I guess the biggest takeaway here is that traditions are always changing. The Valentine's Day we know is just the latest chapter in a long and fascinating story. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? With all our new technology and ways of connecting, what do you think the Valentine's Day of the future is going to look like?